and muchas gracias for joining us here on RHA TV this afternoon. Australian team have been out on the floor warming up, a little bit of a practice match as well, looking good, looking sharp. Quite a few shots at the cage and they are on target for this afternoon's game. A bit of a catch up on the New Zealand action in their tournament. New Zealand yesterday played Austria, went down 1-4 at the halftime break and finished the game 1-7. A tough game and a tough tournament overall for the Kiwis. This afternoon, 8-2 was the result against Belgium. Unfortunately, not the Kiwis' way. Very tough tournament, as I've said, but the Kiwis are still standing very, very proud. And a quick mention of our sponsors before we watch the start of this game this afternoon against England. Roller Hockey Australia, in combination with Drew Media Australia, bring these images to your lounge room and across the world. Also with Josh Sport in support. Special mention to Ecamm Live, video production software for Mac, and K-Tech, tough, durable, solid travel bags for all your audio equipment to travel the world, as Drew Media is doing to support the Australian team. And taking a look at the starting floor for this afternoon's game against England, Game 5. Michael Marusak, still solid, will be looking to summon up that extra 10% from the 100% he's delivered already. Bevan Hurley, the big bomber, 2 goals and 1 assist in last night's game against Mozambique. Looking forward to him doing the same and more this afternoon. Geordie Poblet showed us what he's capable of with some awesome dribbling and between the legs work. Cameron Boehm leading the charge and will take no prisoners in this game. Reece Layton in the cage has moved from wax on, wax off to be the Karate Kid. Rest day yesterday for him to build up the extra speed for this afternoon's game. And that's the starting floor for this afternoon's game, Game 5. And just taking a little bit of a look in the crowd there, the Australian support crew slowly moving away and setting their positions. And they have been making an awesome noise in the Rambla de Sela Stadium here in San Cugat, Barcelona. Having a look and see if we can see some of our notable people there. We're seeing Kieran Maroney, one of the rookies here at the roller games at Barcelona. And one of our international friends there. We're seeing, I can't remember, it's Glenn Cook there. Having a bit of a chat there to one of our friends. One of the guys that's been very instrumental in the development of Ashley Cleave, one of the rookies here at the roller games, in his very young, informative years. Joffre, big cheesy smile there, great to have him with us. And we're seeing the kids there in the back row doing the sound check for themselves this afternoon in the stadium, and they are loud and clear. Jay Cook we're seeing just to the side there of Will Hoey as well, one of the juniors back in Australia and developing very well as part of the junior development program. And taking a look back, the referees are having a chat to the rest of the officials on the bench here just in front of us. And this game shall be underway. And we're seeing, there it is in the crowd, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Have anybody heard that before? A famous cry here, and very well heard across the stadium, Rambla de Sela, San Cugat. And there we see the referees and the Australian team coming out on the floor. Very exciting game to be matching up against England, Game 5. To around about 5 o'clock here this afternoon local time. Conditions are warm. It is clear heat, the humidity is low. The temperature is up a little bit. Both teams standing proud in front of the crowd and the officials, waiting for the salute. Australian cheer squad giving it their all already, drowning out the commentator that's here announcing the players and the teams. Lee Glass Max Cook acknowledging the crowd, and they've been a great support to the Australian camp during this Barcelona World Roller Games 2019. There's the whistle for the salute. A very proud moment for Australia. The crowd acknowledging the salute. It's filing past the officials now, shaking hands in a gesture of camaraderie and sportsmanship. Any sporting activity, Australia versus England is always going to be a great game, whether it be the Ashes, tennis, or even roller hockey. Always fantastic watch. Great friendship and great rivalry also out on the floor in any arena at any sporting event. Australia, 200 years on, still feeling the shackles on the wrists. Always wanted to take it to England. England always wanting to prove their dominance. And having a chat to the England players out in the paddock as well. It's been great fun having a chat to the fellas. And all the other teams included as well have been fantastic to talk to. Great friendships, multiple, being built here in Barcelona 2019 World Roller Games. And while we have a moment, we'd like to thank Drew Media for bringing these images to you on RHA TV in association with Roller Hockey Australia, Josh Sport, Ecamm Live and K-Tech. Thank you very much for your support. Reece Layton going into the cage. As we mentioned, the starting floor, Geordie Poblat, Michael Marusak, Cameron Boehm and Bevan Hurley huddle there. Ball being brought out into the centre circle as we speak. Geordie Poblat showing us his style on with the ball on the end of the stick, ready to start play. England all showing their style. The referee patiently waiting. Are we watching an exhibition here of talent or are we playing hockey? Yes, we're deciding we're going to play hockey this time round this afternoon. Impressive display of some of these players can make with the ball on the end of the stick. Very, very impressive. The ball is set. Last minute discussion. Poblat and the referee getting it right. No mistakes. Take no prisoners in this game against England. Game 5. Ramlo de Sela Stadium. San Cugat. Silence. And we're off. Boehm having a charge down the barrier already. Looking in. Tries the shot at the cage. Not quite the energy we're expecting, but just testing them out. England now have the run of the ball. Slap shot at the cage. Oh, it's early dividends for England. A blow there for Australia already in the opening seconds. The Australian camp will just have to reset themselves. They will not be worried too much about this. It's early days. It's just opened up the scoreboard and nothing more. Poblat having a look in. Marusak just working the centre. Having a run in. It's Poblat to intercept. Not able to pick up cleanly. Maintains possession. Forced behind the halfway line. 5 seconds. Complies. Having a bit of a run down the barrier. Is going to go in. Having a look. Couldn't even get behind the cage. Forced back. Marusak. Back to Poblat. Long pass to Hurley in the safety zone. England putting the pressure up early. Fumble pass there for Marusak. England having the run in. Forced behind. Long pass back to safety. Across the other side, having a run in, looking for that opportunity, the little crack of the open door there in the Australian defence, which has been exceptional in these roller games. England having another run in, deciding to play safe. Haven't seen any cracks opening up yet in the Australian defence. Working the ball backwards and forwards at this point. They'll be taking their time at this point in the game, setting themselves up, having a look at the Australian defence, seeing if there are any holes in it. The shot at the cage there, deflected away from the England player, which wouldn't have been on the agenda for that player, I'm sure. Would have been looking to try and deflect them, but he's forced behind the cage. Ball drifting into England's hands. Having looked green and gold right in front of the cage. Hurley there in front, providing the defence. Marusak behind the cage, looking to pass out. 10 seconds to comply to get it over the line. There's the pass. Boehm, small battle there up against the barrier. He comes out, passes to Poblet. 5 seconds. He's in, having a look in. He's charging in. Once more, forced behind the cage. Battling it out now. Possession taken away from Poblet. Long pass. England resetting. Working their way across the floor. Sneakily getting in down in the barrier. Into the corner at the moment. There's the pass behind the cage. Nowhere to go for England. Just working the barrier. There's the pass in front. There's the man in front. Oh, referee not calling a high stick there. Very, very lucky for England, but Boehm's on the charge for Australia. Poblet. Long pass to Marusak. Halfway down. Oh, there was the pass to Hurley, but it was behind him. England picks up on the rebound off the wall. Poblet intercepting. England not able to get a stick on that cross. Who are we seeing there? It's Boehm battling out against the barrier. Comes out. Looking for that pass. Needs someone to work with. Hurley's there. Marusak also in support. Boehm having the charge in. He's going in. 5 seconds, 10 seconds over the line. Ball going England's way on the whistle. England on the move. No, referee's whistle has said, bring it back, please. We have a little something on the floor that needs to be corrected. Referees are attending that right now. And we're set to go. England starting from the centre circle, working to that halfway forward point. Working almost like a V formation there. Leighton putting a lazy stick on the ball there to put in Marusak's hands. Marusak battling it out. No man's land at the moment. England's picking it up. Passing back, taking their time at the moment. Hot conditions here. There's the pass. Not good enough there for England. England flicking it into the back of the net. Referees calling it face off. The Australian cheer squad in the background. The famous cry. Michael Marusak just having a little chat to the referees. He's seeing something with the ball there. Just letting the officials have a bit of a look at it and may produce a new ball. Temperature being very critical on the performance of the ball itself. Humid conditions and hot conditions can make the ball very soft. Too cold and the ball can become very bouncy and hard and can create a dangerous situation. But I'm sure the referees and the officials are on top of it. Face off. Marusak coming out on top, chasing it. He's got it behind the cage. Ball drifting down no man's land at the moment. Deep in the English defensive zone. Coming out over the halfway line. Try to get the pass to the man in front of the cage, but Boehm's got the run of the cage now. There's only one defender in front. He can dribble around him. He's almost there. Oh, both players going to the floor. Referees have seen it clean. Ball's been picked up on the way back for England. Coming through, having a look. Poblet, first man defence. Oh, great work from Leighton. Keeping out. A very difficult one to keep out, but Marusak's on the ball now. Chasing hard. He's got the speed. Putting the pressure on the England player. Back deep in their defensive area, just near the cage, as you can see. Coming forward now. England resetting. Poblet in defence there. Putting the pressure on up against the barrier. Long pass down to the corner. England forced behind the cage. Watch out for that sneaky player that's coming in front of the cage there to do the 1-2. There's no one there for England at this point in time. Still setting themselves, having a look. Having a look, working from the centre, down the barriers and coming back out again. The favourite play to have a look and see where the cracks in the armour are for each team. England having a loose shot at the cage and has been timed out. Australia will take it. Boehm to Poblet, charging down the floor. He's having a look in. Yes, he's going to go for the race in. Oh, yes, flick shot at the keeper off the helmet. England picks up on the rebound. Marusak in front now. Marusak steals the ball. It's 1-on-1. What's he going to do? 2-and-1 coming into the cage area now. Marusak just high of the cage. England to pick it up. Just over the centre line now, England having 10 seconds and easily within the 10, getting over that halfway point. Just working backwards and forwards. Boehm there, first line of defence for Australia. Now it's Marusak. Scooting around the back, Hurley coming into play. Now Poblet. These boys rotating the defence here. It's great work to see. Marking their players. Boehm having a bit of a stab. England getting close in now. Trying the 1-2. Second player not getting a stick on it. England charging in down the flanks. Has a go at Leighton. Leighton does the job nicely. Marusak behind the cage to Hurley. Hurley, he's got a bit of a run. He's taking time, looking for the man to pass to, and it's Poblet. Marusak coming through the other way. England putting early pressure on, trying to get Australia to time out over the halfway line. Doesn't work for them. Poblet's on the ball now. There's the 1-2. Hurley was there. It was in the air. Couldn't get a stick on it. England doing it instead, trying to defend it out. Marusak on it now. There's Boehm in the front. 1-2 back to Marusak. Hurley to Poblet. Hurley having a run in. Gets around one of the players. There's the pass to Poblet in front of the cage. Couldn't get it onto it clean. England's on the rebound, coming down. Boehm. Marusak now beyond the post. Hurley throwing a stick at it. Careful not to encourage the foul. Poblet in defence. Joined by Boehm. Boehm chasing now. There was the lift in front of the cage. England not there to receive. One-on-one in the corner. Hurley coming out, deciding to play defensive and still continuing to attack. England have got to find their way in. They've got to find the crack in the Australian defence, but it has been very good, very solid. England very lucky to get the opening goal in the first few seconds of this game. Australia very capable of equaling the score, but it's Boehm that's on the charge now. What can he do? He's going wide. There's the pass to Poblet. Oh, great work from the Australian team. Unable to deliver at this time, but it will occur again, I'm sure of it. Australia are great at setting up the play. England having a slash of the cage. Shin pad to Poblet. Hurley's picked it up. The ball's been passed to Poblet. Not able to pick it up. He's in the corner with it though, coming out. No man's landed. Hurley having a throw with a stick at it. England fumbling on the way through. Got to get it back over. Will they time out? No, they won't. They're in at the cage at the moment. They're close. Oh, there was the 1-2. Great work from Boehm to keep England out on the 1-2 combination there. Boehm having a run. Referees have seen it. And there is the first of the 60-second timeouts. Ramble at Acela Stadium, San Cugat. You're on WRG19.
Hola, soc en Ferran, soc de Vic, vaig jugar a Austràlia fa 4 anys enrere i estic aquí a veure aquesta gran família i apoyar-los perquè guanyin tots els partits que els esperen a la següent competició. Gràcies.
And you're watching RHA TV. And who's making you jump up and down on the couch? It's Drew Media Australia, Interstation Roller Hockey Australia, Josh Sport, Ecam Live and K-Tech. England starting after the timeout period. Working from the centre to the halfway point up against the barrier, a V formation. Working backwards and forwards, trying to find that crack in the Australian defence. England being a little patient, trying to have a good look. Working Australian defence very tight. There was the cross, but there was no one in front of the cage for England. Just taking their time at the moment. Just Australia compacting around the cage a little bit, but also putting the pressure onto the England team. Having a look in, there's the flick at the cage. Leighton doing the work. The Karate Kid for Australia. England again having to reset, starting from the centre circle. They're pushing in a little bit more. There was a cross to the man in front of the cage who's a little deep there, coming across fast, but it's Hurley battling it out against England at the moment. There's the 1-2. Leighton doing the job. Bowen picking it up. Bowen having a look down and looking for play. He's being challenged up against the barrier at the moment. Who's coming out on top? Hurley picks it up in the corner. There's the shot to get it over the halfway line, intercepted by England. Bowman chase, Hurley in front. Leighton again, finding that extra bit of speed from the rest last night against Mozambique, coming at in great form today. Bowman intercepting on the pass from Poblet. Referee's whistle is indicating it will go Australia's way. Bowman going to the floor momentarily, getting onto his feet. Struggling a little at this point in time, but he will regain himself. Cook on the floor for Australia. Small discussion there with the referees. They'll be asking for their time to wear off. Starting play once more. England have intercepted. Having a look in, there's going to be the slash. No, Cook has fouled the move. Cook battling it hard. On the whistle, going England's way. Cook really taking it to the England players. Not giving up, Mr. 110%. There's the V formation we're seeing there, working from the centre to the halfway flank. And into the cage. There was a shot, the man skating through for England, trying to intercept. But Australia's on the ball now. Who's going to win out? Cook. Oh, he's appealing to the referee. The referee is seeing as clean play. England have picked it up, long pass into the half-forward area. Bowen battling out, Cook coming into the fray. Referee's whistle has been blown once more, going England's way. Started already, they're on it. England, blind turn and flick out the cage. No work needed for Leighton. Bowen coming out of the corner. He's got a little bit of speed. Who's going to match it up? England just matching up in the last seconds of that. Bowen still putting the pressure on. Long pass there. Cook to intercept. Great work. He read the mind of the English player there. He's coming out. He's battling it hard. Had 2-on-1. Hurley coming to the rescue. Cook's on chase once more. He's looking for his teammate. There he is. Bowen does the blind turn. Tapped away from England. It's a 1-on-1 on the cage at the moment for England. 1-on-2. 2-on-1. Leighton. Excellent work there, the karate kid for Australia. But Hurley's plucked it out from his legs. He's got the speed. Poblet's on it. Oh, it's a great shot at the cage. Rebounds off the keeper. And it's a battle against the cage. It's in the net. Referees are calling face-off. The Australian support crew in full cry at the moment. You can hear the horns in the background. Flags are waving. Poblet to take the face-off for Australia. Shah in support. There he is. A little bit wider Shah. Couldn't pick it up. Hasn't got the speed. England was in the right spot. Interference there from Hurley. He's stolen it away. Nice work there from Hurley between the players. He decided to go around. No. Kept out by the English keeper. England picking up on the rebound. Coming out from behind the net. Down the barrier. Intercept there. Cook putting some pressure on. England passing up and down the line. Working there. There was the go at the cage. Leighton having a great game here so far. Cook, who's on it for Australia. England putting a bit of pressure on there. And there was the 5 seconds for the Australian camp to get it over the line. Referees have called it will go England's ball now. Just waiting for the ball to be returned to the correct position to start play. It's on once more. There's the player for England. He's too wide, too deep to do any good. Hurley having a look between the two players. Cook intercepts. Poblet's on it now. Nice fancy work on the stick. Oh, has a go at the cage. It's a little wide. It's in the back of the net. Popped out. England has it on the rebound. Long pass across the floor. England resetting themselves. Shah putting the pressure on early. Chopping foul indicated by the referees. Four fouls conceded by Australia, as you can see on the board at the moment. 1-2, England. England in the corner. Cook going down in front of the cage momentarily. England having a careful look there. Saw no way in. There it is. There's the opening. Leighton covering the hole nicely. Reece Leighton having some work to do here in this game, Rambler de Sella Stadium against England, Game 5. And he's doing a fantastic job here. has certainly earned the title of Karate Kid. Poblet having a race in now. Shah in support. Nadal the intercept on the pass. Poblet putting the pressure on. Shah in support. Going back into the defensive area. Australian players moving back to set themselves in defence. There was the lift and tap from England. Couldn't get a stick on it from the lift. Poblet putting the pressure on now. Shah also doing the same. Not giving England much chance, or put the pressure on early to try and intercept that ball to get it down Australia's end. England trying to kiss my ass at the moment. Hurley doesn't want to bend down. He came back. Oh, Hurley's on the charge. Good move, good decision there. Coming out of the corner. He's got the run in at the moment. Oh, you saw it there. Hurley, we're going to have to see that. Hurley looks like he's been injured. He's holding his head at the moment. And as you can see on your screen right now, there was the little bit of a push possibly there from the English player. Couldn't quite see it, obscured by the net and the English players in the foreground. Nasty fall for Bevan Hurley. He's being attended to by one of his teammates. A first aider hasn't been called onto the floor as yet, but Bevan Hurley is holding his head. Injury timeout will be called, I expect. Bevan Hurley on his feet. A big rousing applause from the Australian support group. And just having another careful look at the replay there, you can see Hurley just going to the floor. Not sure if that was a stumble or some interference there from the English player. Going to need a very careful look at that one. And as you can see on your screen now, the ball is being set up for the penalty shot for Australia. Cameron Bowen to take it. Players are set down the other end, just waiting for the two referees to confer it, hand up, and for the wave to start play once more. Cameron Bowen, a good shot at the cage. Fast, accurate. Which way will we go? The dribble or the direct? He's going the dribble. He's going to do. Oh, rebounded off the keeper. England picking it up on the rebound. Disappointing for Australia. They would have made it 1-1. Australia still fighting to get on the scoreboard at the moment. They're nowhere near out of this game. Very even tussle here. We're seeing Australia versus England. England taking their time, just working the ball along the centre line, setting themselves up. Shah doesn't quite intercept. Poblet in chase. England still has it in the corner. Coming out, but they've got nowhere to go. Poblet, Shah doing the work, really putting the pressure onto the English player. Australia coming out in front. There's still a battle on at the moment to get possession. Ball coming across the other side of the floor. England having a slash at the cage, high and wide. Poblet turning things around. Looking to his teammates. Let's set this up. Bowen back to Poblet. Bowen looking for a way in. Hurley, what's he going to do? No, he dummies the slap shot. Passes to Shah. Dummies again. Has the go off the shin pads of England. Goes England's way on the chase at the moment. Still battling it out. Oh, players have, skates have intersected with each other. Just having another look at that on the replay, we can see that the play looked clean, but the skates just became tied with each other. Both players going to the floor. And we're back onto the action once more. Poblet from the centre to Hurley. Back to Poblet. Hurley dummies the big slap shot. There was the pass to Shah. Interference from the British stick. Shah passing back. Poblet having a go. Shot clock running down. It's still Australia's ball. Hurley on the rebound. Poblet having a slight run in there. Decides to go off to Hurley. Back to Poblet once more. Got to look for the cracks. Deflected away off the English stick. Shah in chase. Shot clock running down. 32 seconds off the keeper. Shot clock not being reset. Mustn't have been off the keeper's pads or sticks then. Ball going England's way over the barrier. Crowd is getting very noisy here. The Australian chant. the familiar sporting cry from the Australian spectators. And thank you very much for joining us here at the Ramla de Sella Stadium, San Cugat, for the 2019 World Roller Games, brought to you by WRG19. That's what you're watching now. Drew Media Australia, Josh Sport, in association with Roller Hockey Australia, Ecamm Live and K-Tech also in support. Another ball being selected, just coming out onto the floor from the officials' table. As we were talking earlier, the temperature of the balls plays a very important part in how this game is played. A cold ball, very bouncy, very hard, can be dangerous. A hot ball, very soft and sluggish. You can't get a good shot. England, Poem putting the pressure on early, decides to back off into the defensive zone. Into the corner they go. England behind the cage now. Having a look at the way in. Hurley upsetting it. Hurley's got the run. He's coming in. What's he going to do? He's going to do the lift and tap. He's got to try it on. England once more down the floor in chase. Wild slap shot at the cage. Leighton. Fantastic work. Boeham's on it now though. He's got a man to work with. There's Poblet. Oh, has a go at the cage. It's wide. Frustration from Cameron Boehm. Poblet passing back to Hurley. Boehm once more. Shah. Poblet rebounding off the barrier. He's got two on him. Hurley coming in to support. Shah up against it, coming into the centre circle. In front of the cage. Boehm, Poblet. Drops the big bomber in, shot clock running down for Australia. They need to get a shot at the keeper not to turn it over. Boehm having a go. But it's England's ball. The shot clock doesn't matter now. It's England's possession. Nice intercept there from Poblet. Hurley, Boehm. Hurley, oh, the 1-2 for Poblet. Oh, yes, it's in the cage. Glory for Australia. That makes it 1-0. The Australian cheer squad going crazy in the stands here. Fantastic work there. Look, Australia not able to get the clean shot, but just work the ball, the little rebounds, just get a little tap on it to get it in the cage. It is now 1-1, England versus Australia. Ramla de Sella Stadium, 2019, brought to you helping you bring these images to you. K-Tech and support. England in the corner. Coming back. Tries to slap shot of the cage. Off the stick of Boehm. Hurley putting it to the ground. There's the pass. Not able to be picked up by Boehm. It's gone to England. England having a desperate run at it. They know the pressure is going to be on to get onto the scoreboard once more. Australia tightening up their defence. They do not want England to get onto the board once more. Leighton doing the work. Ball going Australia's way on the whistle. Hurley to start. Off Leighton. Back into play. Shah up against the barrier. Passes out to Boehm. Nice work there. Boehm not able to keep possession. Poblet battling. England's ball coming in. Going back. England having to reset. Nice defensive work there from the Australian team. Keeping the British players out. A little fumble there in the centre circle. England playing the V strategy in having a look and trying to see if there's an open crack there from the Australian defence, but it's not there. England battling hard to get into the scoring zone. Boehm coming out from behind the cage. Poblet in support. Looking for his teammate. There's Boehm once more. Oh, he's getting into the cage zone. Got to be careful not to foul the English players. Resulting in a penalty shot to England if he does so. Getting it out. Shah's on it. Passes to Poblet. We're in the scoring zone, but decides to go back to Hurley. Australia having another look at getting a charge in at the cage. Boehm, 5 seconds to get it over the line. Does so. Ball drifting into no man's land. Picked up by England in their defensive cage area. Over the line. Back once more. Down to the barrier area and going from the centre circle. What's he going to do? Passes back to these men on their side there. On the opposite side, coming into play. Again, backwards and forwards for England. Having a look. Hurley, first line defence. Great work. They're scoring 2 goals in the game against Mozambique last night and 1 assist. Behind the cage, England's trapped. In the corner now. England still trapped behind the cage. Poblet putting the pressure on. Having to go back. Well, nearly intercept there. Leighton doing the work. Poblet coming out with it. Shah to intercept. Oh, a bit of pressure there. Who's coming out on top? It's a battle. It's a battle of wills. It's up against the barrier. Oh, both players going to the floor. Referee's whistle has been late, and the referee is calling the players to himself. And there we have the timeout period. You're watching RHA TV. Don't go changing.
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm from Big. This season I was supporting and playing from Melbourne Royal Hockey. And now I'm here to support Australian national team. So come on guys, good luck.
Thanks for joining us, Kieran. Now, you've been a state representative for a number of times for Victoria. You're at your first roller games here. You're debuting in Barcelona in 2019. What's been the big difference between... Struggling to come out behind the cage. Australia really put on. This is such an evenly matched game here. The Ram Stadium. From Hurley. Oh, Hurley. Good work. He was there, the right spot, the right time. Australia drifting back now. England jammed into the corner. Out. England working on their battle. Having a look, nowhere in. Shot at the cage. Shin pad. Hurley's got the speed. Has he got the run of the ball? No, he has. Oh, there's a push from the player there. The referees have seen it clean. We're seeing a late whistle going England's way. England on the charge. Marusak. Poblet defending early moments while Australia reset. Marking their players very, very carefully. Doing the one-on-one play here to keep England out. Leighton again. Nice work from Leighton. He's had a great game so far. Marusak. Poblet into the attacking zone. Getting in there. Boehm. There's the pass to Marusak, picking up on the rebound against the barrier. Skating around. Careful not to give England an opportunity of taking it away. Pass not picked up by Poblet. England's got the run at it. Cook is on the chase. Boehm taking over the reins. Behind the cage, we saw this earlier. England stuck, jammed there behind the cage. They brought it out. Got to have the slash of the cage. Oh, Leighton, once more, fantastic work. England just trying to have a look in. They're not having much joy at this point. Oh, there's a bit of a tussle around Marusak. They've seen it England's way. Oh, early plates. They've got in quick, England, and it hasn't paid off for them. Hurley down on the floor there. No, it's Boehm at the moment. Not sure if there was in pain or frustration. The referee's just having a little bit of a chat there to the boys. And the mop boy has been called for in the cage area in front of Reece Leighton. Great work from the Australian team. And great work from the team supporters as well. We're just having a look on the replay there, just quickly. You saw the action there. Live. Drew Media Australia bring these images to your home and around the world in support of RHA, Joss Sport, Ecamm Live and K-Tech. Also supporting this broadcast here, Ramila de Sela Stadium, Barcelona. Max Cook front of screen there, scoring a goal against Mozambique last night with the assistance of Bevan Hurley. Great work there. Cook up early, putting the pressure on England. Ball drifting over to the other side of the floor. England just having to work it backwards and forwards. There's the V we're seeing from the centre circle once more. 1-2, which way are they going to go? Trying to pull the Australian players one way or the other. The player runs in from the flank in front of the cage. Doesn't pay off for them. Referee's whistle blown once more. Australia to take it. Australia, there, Marusak to take the hit. Poblet to receive. Boehm Cook up in the offensive area. Cook. Oh, Poblet there going down there, trying to assist Cook in the way through. Referees have seen it clean. No screening going on there at all. Marusak in front there for Australia, putting the pressure on England. They're trying the V on once more, going in behind the cage. England battling to come out and do so. They're stuck. All they can do is pass across the floor at the moment. That loose V we've seen, they're forming it again. Got to wait for that player to come in from the side there for England. That's the play strategy they're using. Work the V one side to the other, and at the appropriate moment, one of the players from the side races in. England having a slash at the cage is kept out. Bit of a confusion, bit of a tussle there. Boehm asking some questions of the referees. Drifting down to the Australians' offensive area. That's picked up into England, by England in the corner. Long pass over the line, the halfway point. Boehm, first line. Poblet. Passing out. England setting themselves up for the V once more. Decide, no, he's going to have a run in. Australia too strong. Marusak picks it up. Australia coming into the offensive zone, trying to set themselves up for the 1-2 play. Boehm doing some nice work there. Couldn't get around the second player. Gets a little physical, arm around referees to send it clean. Poblet's here. Oh, nice work there by England. A lucky opportunity for England to get into the cage. Rhys Layton doing a fantastic job there for Australia. You can see the frustration, anguish on his face. He's been on it all this game. And taking a look there, England were just having that run in the cage. They had that little bit of extra speed. Australia wasn't quite set up in the usual defence that they have been playing all this game. But the result is 2-1 England's favour at this point in time. There is still a lot of hockey to be played at the moment. You're watching RHA TV. And there is the conclusion of the timeout period. Both teams coming back out onto the floor. Max Cook to start play for Australia. England just having scored that last goal. You saw it on the replay. England very lucky to get the run on the cage. Rhys Layton, great work for Australia. No indication of how he has been performing. Great work from the Australian camp. Really taking it to England at this point in time. Marusak to Cook, having a run in, couldn't keep it. England's having the charge once more. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a battle there. Layton doing the job there. Deflected off the pad onto the post and out. England doing the 1-2 from the centre circle. But it's now Hurley on the charge. What's he going to do? He's going to try and rip one off. Couldn't get a good stick on it wide. Cook Hurley. Hurley coming out, he's in the danger zone. He is the danger man, decides to back off the pressure. Nose between the two players. Referees are indicating ball coming off the chest there at the moment, England's way. Australia resetting their defence. England once again starting their V strategy, and watch for the player to run in from the side. No, Poblet's intercepted on the rebound there. England putting the pressure on, still anybody's ball at the moment. Marusak's on the chase, he's down the floor. Poblet, Cook there in support, not able to get around the players. England down the floor, Hurley there in front. Joined by Poblet, doesn't matter. Leighton deflecting it away. Cook not able to keep control. England has it. Oh, that will be seen by the referees. And it is a foul, and it is going England's way. Not intentional there. Mr. 110% getting his stick caught in the skate of the English player. England slash at the cage, wide. And there you've heard it. We're up to the half-time break. What an awesome battle, and you're watching it on RHA TV.
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm from Big. This season I was supporting and playing from Melbourne Raw Hockey. And now I'm here to support Australian national team. So come on guys, good luck.
Thanks for joining us, Kieran. Now, you've been a state representative for a number of times for Victoria. You're at your first roller games here. You're debuting in Barcelona in 2019. What's been the big difference between preparing as a state representative as compared to preparing to be a national representative?
Oh, there's a very big difference in that. National representative, we do a lot more training. It's on and off the floor almost every day. We're training, doing running, cardio work, gym work. There's a lot more to it.
It is your debut. It's the first time at a roller games. You're in Barcelona. You're rubbing shoulders with the best in the world. Are you finding that you're a bit of a deer in the headlights, or do you seem to be taking it all in your stride?
I wouldn't use that term, but I've got a lot to show on this trip. Yeah, my first time, obviously, as you've said, and I'm nervous, obviously, but I just got to play my own game and see how I go, really.
You've been for your first training sessions, you've put on the skates, you've stepped onto the beautiful timber floors that are here. How did you feel inside that first time you rolled across that floor?
Very surreal. I dreamt of it. Well, yeah, I've talked to many people 3 years ago. I want to be in the team to go to Barcelona. So stepping out on the floor for the first time was just basically a dream. You know, it's the biggest competition there is in Spain, the home of hockey. So it's a privilege, a real big privilege to be out here.
What words of encouragement would you give to any junior player who's aspiring to be part of the national team?
Yeah, well, definitely rock up to training as much as you can. It's definitely what I did, no matter the circumstances. I was always there, just give it your all. Listen to your coaches, that's probably a big one. It's very hard for coaches these days with kids running around, but you gotta have a lot of passion. Passion's a big thing. Yeah.
So it's realistically, the heart has to be there as well as the ability to do it.
It's coming from the heart, yeah. I feel that.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Good luck with the debut outing.
Hi, my name is Ferran. I'm from Vic, Catalonia, Spain. I played for roller hockey Melbourne 4 years ago, and I'm here to support them, to support the national team for this World Roller Games competition, and to say to them that they can beat anyone. So go for them, guys. Hi, my name is Ferran. I'm from Vic, Catalonia, Spain. I played for roller hockey Melbourne 4 years ago, and I'm here to support them, to support the national team for this World Roller Games competition, and to say to them that they can beat anyone. So go for them, guys.
Thanks for joining us, Craig. You're the trainer for the Australian squad. You've been deeply involved with the boys, preparing them for the games. What are the key factors in getting ready for a roller games?
Key factors in preparing for any major tournament is to be physically ready and in a mental state of mind where you can be fully beneficial to the team ethos and the team culture. To be physically ready, we're looking at 16 to 20 weeks preparation, starting off gaining knowledge of where they are physically, setting a benchmark and trying to get 90 if not 100% of the boys to a level which is going to be a pass mark for us at this games. Obviously we want to keep improving physically, get our strength up so that we can compete at the highest level.
Where has most of your focus been in trying to get the fitness level up required for the sport, and particularly the roller games in particular?
Well, I thought I knew until I watched the Under-19 final last night. The Under-19 final was played between Spain and Argentina, and it showed me where the game has gone to and what level we need to bring our juniors up to. This team at this roller games obviously isn't going to be at that level. It'll be a work in progress for us to... First, we're going to have to coach the coaches back home so that we're all on the same track and heading in the same direction in relation to physical preparation of an athlete, boy or girl.
Yep, regardless of whoever's playing sport, wherever the level at. So it can be an individual catering as well as an overall approach to the whole strategy of getting to the right level of fitness for our games.
Definitely. Individuals are what make this game so great. An individual's flair or talent shouldn't be hindered or knocked back. It should be enhanced while we include the physical preparation that's needed to compete.
Craig, you've been working with the team, you've been working with the individuals. It's been weeks and weeks in preparation. We're here, we're ready to go onto the floor. It's just hours away now, realistically. How are we looking going into the games?
On a whole, we're where we need to be going into game one. Expectation-wise, the coaching staff, we've got huge expectations. But to be realistic, the boys have already won just by getting to Barcelona in the top 16. We haven't been at this level since 1992. Just to be part of the top 16, it's a huge, huge step. Would we like to go into the top 8? We'd love to go into the top 8. Can we do it this tournament? If the cards fall in the right way, we could do a Stephen Bradbury.
The possibility is there.
Opportunities are there for any of the 16 to go through to the top 8. I'm excited for the boys. Proud as punch for the work that the boys have put in. The younger ones are fortunate enough, they will be able to learn from this experience. They will know the next time that they're asked to don the green and gold, they will know what's involved.
Look, I know you're a busy man, Craig. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate your work and all the effort you put into the team.
No problem at all.
And we're back after the half-time break. You're on RHA TV. The battle, Game 5, England versus Australia, if you've just joined our broadcast. Australia down the other end now, defending very well. Reece Layton having a fantastic game so far. The whole Australian team is doing extremely well against England. Any field of sporting endeavour, England, Australia is always going to be a great battle. England has it behind the cage at the moment. Still looking to get into the Australian defence, looking for the cracks that aren't there. Australia doing a great job. Slash at the cage from England. It's going across the face of the goal cage. England having to have another go. Oh, off the post there. Unfortunate for England. Good news for Australia. England just in front at the moment in this 2-1 battle. Shah's got the run. One defender in front of him at the moment. He's trying to dribble around him. Ball doesn't pull it off. England pick it up. There's the long pass. It's very wide to the English player. Hurley to pick it up. Hurley having the pressure put on him, decides to back it off. Oh, England have delivered the goods. Unfortunately, their rebound, deflections all over the place there. And having another look in. As you can see, the ball just bouncing into the cage. Unfavourable for a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper would want to see it coming at him directly. But it's Bowen that's on up now, passing off to Hurley. On the whistle. Australia's way. Hurley to take it. Marusak in support. Referee calling the ball back to the correct position. Measuring out the 3. 3 metres clear space. And we're off. Marusak. Shah. England putting the pressure on. Bowen getting around his man. Marusak in support. Trying to get through. Oh, nearly between the two players. But England's on the charge down the floor now. Shah in front. Bowen coming into play now. Oh, disappointing there for Layton. He's been doing such a great job. Possibly obscured by Bowen running through, trying to give him some assistance there at the cage area. Still a lot of hockey to be played yet. Shah to take the ball at the centre circle. Hurley will be full of the angry pills, be wanting to take it to England. Jammed up against the barrier, seen Australia's way. Marusak supporting. Shah there. Shah being pushed back and will get timed out in the 5-second possession on the other side of the line. Keeping in mind that if Australia has possession of the ball and it's taken back over the centre line, they only have 5 seconds to get it back into the offensive zone. England starting play. They're on it. We're saying a little bit of a change of style, not seeing the V formation we saw earlier. England just skating around the circle there. There's the slash of the cage off the top post. Deflecting Australia's way. Shah's on it. Coming out a long pass there. Anybody's ball. Marusak's on it first. All deflected away from the English keeper. Shah there up against the barrier. Oh, gets pushed. He's shoved in the back. Shah going to the floor. Being helped up. Ball set in position. Bowen behind him in support. There's the three measured out by the referees, pushing the players back from England. Bowen having a look. What can he see? Shah's there on his own. He's having a look in. Bowen. Marusak skating through. Shah on it once more. A bit of a barrier there. Yes, a bit of screening has been called by the referee. It will go England's way. Screening is not permitted. For those that are following Australian rules football, shepherding could be a term that you're more familiar with. Not allowed in these games. England from the centre circle. Going back to the familiar play we've seen from them before. Changing it just a little bit, mixing it up. Australia very used to the early strategy they were using. Push behind the cage. Australia had been very good in their defence. Reece Layton putting on a fantastic display. England flicking the ball around one-handed. Slashing it back to the centre circle, then restarting once more. Deflection there. Bowen picks it up off the back barrier. Oh, nice work there from Bowen. Turns once more. Bowen battling it out. He's got 2-on-1. The referees are Australia's way. And there is the first of the timeout periods in the second half. You're watching RHA TV.
Hola, soc en Ferran, soc de Vic, vaig jugar a Austràlia fa 4 anys enrere i estic aquí a veure aquesta gran família i apoyar-los perquè guanyin tots els partits que els esperen en la següent competició. Gràcies.
And you're watching RHA TV, back on the action once more with Drew Media Australia, Roller Hockey Australia, Josh Sport, Ecamm Live and K-Tech assisting in bringing these images to your home and around the world. England from the centre circle up against the barrier. We're seeing the V coming out again from England. Only momentarily though, they're trying a different strategy here. Not quite paying off. England get a lucky couple of goals there. Marusak battling it hard. There's the 1-2 at the cage. Layton doing the work with the rest of the team in support there. Marusak battling it in the corner. Coming out. Looking for someone to work with. There's Bowen in the intercept. Skating around. Poblet all caught up in between the legs at the moment. Comes out. Oh, he's on it once more. Slashes at the cage. Wide. England picking up the rebound. Having a look, taking their time. 10 seconds they have to get it over and easily done so. England changing this play strategy just a little bit. Working it along the centre, backwards and forwards. But Hurley's intercepted. He's got the charge. He's looking for someone to work with. He's going on his own. Oh, it's deflected off the keeper's pads. The referees have seen something and it's gone England's way. Ball caught up in the legs of Cameron Bowen. Referee calling for it to be brought back. England wanting to take the advantage of being in the offensive zone. Referees are thinking otherwise. England on the play once more. Pass up against the barrier. Taken well. Back to the centre circle for England. Up against the barrier in the halfway zone towards the cage from that centre line. their all-important centre line. England having a bit of a run in. Marusak getting a little physical there. It's clean. Poblet picks it up. Poblet looking for someone to work with. Nice work with the stick there. Hurley not able to intercept, but he's on it. England trying to tap it out of Hurley's stick area. Drifting back. Poblet picks it up. Tries the big bomber. Doesn't come off shin pads. It's England's ball now. Coming in. Rip off the slap shot. Off Hurley. Can't get it in. Poblet putting the pressure on. Now it's Hurley. England forced back. Having to reset. Ball drifting no man's land. They pick it up anyway. There's the lift and tap. Leighton putting a stick on it there. Great work from Leighton. England have the run on the pass there. Intercepted by one of their own players. Couldn't get the turnaround. Bowen battling it against the barrier. Poblet's in front now. Hurley's in defence too. Assisting there, Leighton in the cage. Bowen putting the ball to the floor. Skating around. England putting a lot of pressure on Australia, but Australia responding. Marusak charging in. Turns. Poblet. Oh, nice dribble around the English player. That's two players. He's having a run at the cage. There's the 1-2. Oh, it's into the back of the net from Marusak. Great play from the Australian team. Setting that player, but Poblet's in front of the cage now. Passes back to Bowen. Poblet. Got to set this up once more. It's there. We can smell it. It's coming. Oh, Bowen not able. Hurley not able to keep control there. Poblet having a slash with a stick. It's over the barrier. England's ball. Referees are indicating to stop play momentarily. The referee's having a chat to the English player there, indicating he's getting a bit mouthy. There's the card. No, it's the notebook. Very, very lucky there for the English player. The rules being, in this day and age, you cannot get lippy with a referee. Officials cannot get lippy with a referee. No one can back chat. You can ask the question politely, but it starts to get a little bit aggressive. The card can be pulled. Coaches can be forced from the arena. The referee's just inspecting the floor once more for a bit of moisture. Dangerous for the players if they were to slip on a little bit of water. Any sort of moisture on the floor can be hazardous. Australia set. England coming through into the offensive zone. Poblet in front, putting the pressure on. Shah on the other side coming out. Cook in front now, back on the floor. England working it down the sides. Forced back. And will they have a run in? Will they have a slash? What's England going to do? They've changed the strategy a little bit from the first half. There's the slash at the cage. England couldn't get in on that one. Hurley to Cook. Cook's got the run in support with Poblet. He's there, the man to work with. Intercepted by England. Cook still on. There's the pass from Poblet. Another chance. Runs Australia. It's in the cage. The Australian cheer squad's going crazy. What an epic game we are having here. England versus Australia. The Australian camp on the floor. Cheering themselves and having a look on the replay. There's Poblet. The turn. The flick shot into the cage. Instant joy. The arms going up into the air from Poblet. And again, we're seeing it. First go out of the cage, turns and has another shot. Never say die, never give up. Australian support crew in the grandstand getting very vocal now. Australia coming back into this game. Australia 3, England 4. I stand corrected. I'm a bit too excited there. I'm being a gypsy. I'm thinking ahead. English player in the centre circle, at the moment waiting to start play once more. Australian team just having a few words with Steve Hoey at the moment. Momentarily will be starting play once more. Exciting moments here in this game, Australia versus England. As we've said earlier, doesn't matter any field of sporting endeavour. England-Australia is always going to be a great game, and this one is no different. Nice intercept from Poblet. He's getting around the player there. He's passed off to Cook. Cook's got the run of the cage at the moment. What's he going to do? He tries to rip it off. Kept out by England. England on the ball right now, drifting away into Hurley's hands. Pobler indicating, go up, I'll help you out. Remember, they cannot provide a shield. All Hurley having a go there, loose one-handed go at the cage. Cook's on it in the corner. Deciding to go back, reset. England's having the run in at the moment. Marusak, Cook in defence on that side. Back to the centre. England having to have another look, reset their play. Having a run in the cage around Marusak at the moment. Lots of green and gold in front of the cage. England having a slash at it. Loose ball, gone very wide. Who's on it now? Who's going to win out in the battle? England's coming out on top. Cook charging at it. Marusak in support. Referee's whistle has gone England's way. Referee calling Marusak for some attention. Let's have a little chat. One warning. As you can see, the foul count 9 to Australia. Have to be very, very careful. Measuring out the 3 metres. Australia being pushed back. England on the charge. Shah putting the early pressure on. There's the pass back to the English player, but no one there. Leighton deflecting away. England resetting. Putting some pressure on the Australians. Definitely in. Oh, Pobler, nice intercept there. He saw it coming. He's got Cook to work with. The pass is wide. It was set up. That's what we need to see more of. Australia are doing the job. They're putting the pressure on England. Still lots of hockey to be played. 16 minutes remaining in this stop-start game. Game 5. 2019 Barcelona World Roller Games. Australia versus England. And an epic battle this has become. England getting some early shots on the cage. Lucky breaks for England. Australia having to work hard to get on the scoreboard, but doing so. Hurley deflecting away there. Cook in chase, putting pressure on early. There's the lift and tap, sticks all over the place. Poblet's on it. Poblet looking for someone to work with. Got to get it over that line. Hurley's in chase up against the barrier. He's coming in, forced behind the cage, looking for him to pass back to. There's Poblet. Australia resetting. Having a charge in there at the cage now. Poblet doing a great job. Cook also on the run now. Having a look in. There's the pass to Shah. 1-2 to Cook. Oh, it has to go with it. Kept out by the keeper. England on the rebound. England having a chase in. Interference there from Hurley. Great work. Cook around the corner from the barrier to Shah. They're set up now. They've got the 1-2 possibly happening. Goes back deep to Poblet. Poblet still moving in. Now it's Shah moving in. Decides to go back to Hurley. Hurley having a run in. He's got the pace. England tapping it away. Warm conditions here, Rambler de Sella Stadium, but these teams are not backing off the pressure. You would not know it was a warm day here in San Cugat. Hurley putting the pressure on. England forced back. We're starting to see the V. There was the man in front of the cage, but Cook's intercepted. Nice work from Cook. He's got the run. Has he got the speed? He's going deep. He's having to go around the back of the cage now. England stealing it away from him, but good work from Cook. England now running down the barrier. Having a look, passing off. Australia set in defence, marking their players very carefully and tightly. England having the run in, couldn't get a good pass there, not a clean pass. Australia really putting the pressure on. There's the slash of the cage, intercepted by Hurley, off the stick. Cook to Shah. These boys have spent a lot of time working together. Oh, yeah, it's off the stick. Oh, Cook, blind turn, flick of the cage. Directly into the keeper. Not finding the gap. Hurley's on the charge now, running in. There's the pass to Cook. He's covered by the English players. England now having run it. Poblet, it's a one-on-one battle. Poblet doing the job. England frustrated, slamming the stick to the floor. England really, really feeling the pressure of the Australian onslaught at the moment. Australia are wanting to get back into this game and get on top. Cook, Hurley. The Australian effort is intensifying. Poblet in the corner, jammed in, passes back to Shah. Shah having a run in, putting the pressure on the intercept from Cook. Timed out. England to start the play once more. Poblet in front of him. Hurley going back in defence. There's the slash at the cage, deflected off Hurley. Shah's got the run. There's Cook there to support. Can't get around the British player. Stumbles, he recovers. Shah still chasing. Ball drifting back into England's hands. There's the pass back off the barrier. He's had a look at the slap shot, decided otherwise. Jammed in the corner. Got to come out. There's the 1-2. Leighton covering it nicely. Great work there. Hurley plucking it out. Off the barrier to Shah. Shah having the run in, playing conservative, looking for someone to work with, but Poblet's got more speed. He's coming in. He's trying to lift. Oh, it's into the back of the net, unfortunately. Good run in there from Poblet. England, once more, taking their time, resetting. Still lots of hockey there, 12 minutes on the clock. Too early to be running the timer down now. Bowen, but Australia are going to take advantage of this. Hurley, great battle there, coming on top, drifting away, but he keeps possession. Pass intercepted there by England. England turning it around. There's the 1-2, but there's two green and gold in front. Oh, Bowen doing the work there. He's keeping the player. No shielding there seen by the referees. It's play on. Hurley trying to get that pass in front of the cage. England providing the interference, now has possession. Shah putting the pressure on, making England think about it a little bit more. Hurley slashing his stick at it and going over the barrier. Fantastic game we're seeing here, this England-Australia battle. Crowd going silent momentarily. The Australian cheer squad being extremely vocal in the grandstand. And thank you very much for all your support you're bringing to this Australian team here at the 2019 Barcelona World Roller Games, brought to you on RHA TV by Drew Media Australia. Roller Hockey Australia, but we're going to talk about the game right now. It's the run of the cage. Leighton doing a great job there. As you saw, Josh Sport helping out. Ecamm Live and K-Tech also in support. Oh, there was the lift and tap from England. Shah's got the run. The turn. He's getting around his player. He's working hard, backing off. Passing into the safe zone to Hurley. Hurley back at him once more in cleared space. Shah looking for the 1-2 pass back from Bowen. England's got the run. It's just Leighton in front of the cage. Hurley in support. Great work there to push the English player away out of the striking zone. Australia reset. England now slashing at the cage. Back to the centre circle. Not cleanly intercepted there, but keeps possession all the same. The pass is getting a little bit loose here for the English camp. It's the Hurley trying to do, there's the 1-2 running into the cage. What's going on? Oh, great work from Leighton again. I just keep talking about this man in the cage, the Karate Kid for Australia. Bowen's got the run in. He's got around two of them. Nice work from Bowen. Need to see more of that. Australia defending. Oh, nice work from the English player. You've got to give him some credit for that. Leighton thought he'd have it covered. Just looking at screens now, there's the run in of the cage. He's around, the two Australian players split momentarily, looking around, and that created the opportunity for England to come in. A one-on-one battle, England versus Reece Leighton. And I must make mention, Reece Leighton has been absolutely hammered here. He's done a great job. And you're watching RHA TV while the mock people come out on the floor. And you're watching RHA TV live. These images being brought to your lounge room and around the world by Drew Media Australia in association with Roller Hockey Australia, Just Sport, Ecamm Live and K-Tech. Thank you very much for your assistance in delivering the 2019 Roller Games, the Australian team campaign. Cheer squad getting very vocal now. Hurley is going to want to have a run in. The big bomber drops one in. It's wide. Oh, we're seeing there the referee's whistle had been blown. The ball going in the cage after the fact, unfortunately. England responding to the pressure from Australia. Not quite getting the run in that they want. There's a pass in front of the cage zone. No one there for England. On the referee's whistle, going England's way. Will be from the corner. Tense moments here. 9 minutes remaining in the second period. England having a look, passing out. Going for a run in. Oh, nice interference there from Poblet. Steals it away. Great work. He's got to go on his own. He hasn't got anybody to work with just yet. Boehm coming into it now. Poblet trying the lift and tap. High ball called by the referees. England taking it in the corner. Long pass across the floor. It's in the attacking zone. Hurley's in front. Hurley will put the pressure on. Chops it away. Nice work from Hurley. He's got Boehm there to help out. Working the 1-2. Has a go with the cage. Deflected off England in the air. Seen clean by the referees. Hurley on the charge. Back to Poblet. Poblet trying to drop one in. High ball called by the referees. England on the charge already. Coming in. Australia's already there in the zone. There was a cross from England. No one there. Cook providing some interference there to make sure it doesn't happen. Cook's on it. Drifting with the ball now. Passing long and hard to Boehm. Boehm, pressure in the cage. Cage area coming back out. Hurley there and coming to play. Cook's in front of the cage. Oh, deflected off Cook. That would sting. Cook just standing up. And that's over the barrow, waiting for the ball to come back once more. Australia to start. The cheer squad getting very vocal here, flying the flag. Clee, sponsored by Australian Teachers Chronicle, atc.com.au. Second roller games. Still 17 years old, a lot of hockey to be played for this man. Clee and Cook, a lot of experience together. The famous chant in the background, you can hear it. The Aussies are very, very present here at San Cugat for these Barcelona World Roller Games. Poblet. Boehm having the run. There was Poblet in front of the cage. Too much interference from England. Pass, Clee's in front. At the moment he gets past Clee. Oh, lucky there for the Australian camp. Disappointment for England. Off the top post. Having a run around the corner. Cook, Clee, first line defence. England forced behind the cage. Long pass in front for England. Australia blocking it out. Kicking there, called by the referee. Ball to be repositioned into the corner. Poblet. Cook having a run in. Is clear in front of the cage. Ready in pursuit. Boehm in support. Poblet on the ball now. Poblet doing some nice work, dribbling around one of the English players. Great work there. Good technical player. Cook trying to get a sneaky in around the post. Poblet's just in front of the goal line now. Cook in the corner. England putting the pressure on. Tried to get the ball out, but England's picked it up on the barrier. Having a run in. England just working the ball backwards and forwards there, trying to have the run. Here's the opportunity there. They're having a look. There was the man for England scooting in front of the cage. Now he's behind. Australia coming in front, not allowing England to come into the attacking zone. England just having to work backwards and forwards at the moment. No opportunities there. Oh, Clee have the battle there. No. Comes back to England's hand. Cook trying to pick it out from the cage. Leighton covering the hole nicely. Poblet, nice little bit tricky work there. He's in support with Clee. It's through. It's interference from the keeper. Clee couldn't get a stick on it. Boehm now in front of the cage. Oh, England trying to get Fayez. He do the lift, but he couldn't get off the ground. Poblet. Trying to get around the player there, intercepted by Cook, does the job. Boehm asking for the ball, tapping the stick on the floor. Given to him by Poblet. Back to Poblet once more. Shot clock running down. Poblet having a slash at the cage from the deep. Intercepted by the English stick. England now having a run. Poblet in front. Again, tries to lift. Couldn't quite get it off the ground far enough. England resetting. Backwards and forwards. Having a run in now. Oh, off the post to the cage. Behind England, having to come out. They're jammed. Getting forced into that corner. Forced to play along the barrier. England, shot clock running down. Poblet on the chase. Boehm intercepts nicely. Tapped in front. Who's got the legs? Boehm has blind turn. Clear and support. Oh, Boehm going to the floor with the English player. And there we have the next time-out period. Thanks for joining us on RHA TV. We'll be back momentarily.
Hi, I'm Jordi Guevara. I play at San Cugat, and I played as well for Melbourne last year. So I'm very happy to help the Australian roller hockey community, and I wish all the best to my friends at the World Roller Games in Barcelona.
And you're on RHA TV. And while we have a moment, we'd like to thank Drew Media Australia and all the work they've been doing in the background to give you the interviews and the play live here in Barcelona 2019 in association with Roller Hockey Australia, Josh Sport, Ecamm Live and K-Tech. And we're seeing Reece Layton setting up in the cage now for the penalty shot. England. Players set behind the penalty line down the opposite end, looking for the hand up and the way from the referee to start play. Layton, the man for the job. Oh, tries to dummies the direct, but he's going to go in around. Oh, no joy for England. It's high over the cage. Oh, yes, England trying to pass it in front. Marusak upsetting. Shah in front now, putting the early pressure on. Keep them over that halfway line, see if they can time them out. Doesn't work. England having a run in. Hurley putting the pressure on. Tries to sneak around the corner. Doesn't come off. Marusak now in front. Referees have seen it England's way. Marusak having a bit of a physical charge at the English player. On the results of that last call there, Australia now 11 fouls, having had the penalty shot for England on the 10th. And just waiting for the mop boys to dry up the floor. As we've said earlier in the broadcast and throughout the other games, important to have no moisture on the floor. England set. Waiting for the start. There's the whistle. England having a look in there momentarily. Just too much of a wall for England to get in. They're just in front of the goal cage now. Nothing there for England. Oh, there was another opportunity. Interference from Australia. Nice work from the Australian defenders. Well, there's the slash of the cage. Layton easily keeping it out. Poblet in the corner now. He's looking for someone to work with. Where's he going to pass it to? Am I going to go left or right? I'm going to go right. There's Hurley to intercept. Coming around. Hurley is good at the lift and tap. Also good for the big bomber. What's he going to do is looking for someone to work with. Trying to create some free space. It's back to Poblet. Poblet rips it off. It's wide. Referees have seen it. England's way. And England are over into the attacking zone now. Marusak first line. Poblet in front of the cage in the right spot to defend out Australia. Pobber battling hard there, comes out, he's in clear space. He's trying to lift around the players there at the moment. What's he seeing? What's the indicators? The referees are indicating it's Australia's way. Just in front of the penalty zone there. Would have been nice to have that adjudication in the penalty box, as that it would have resulted in a free shot at the cage for Australia. Hurley, Shah on the ball right now. Mop person coming out onto the floor. Referee's giving us some indications there. Great work, thank you very much. 1-2, what's Australia going to do? There's the opportunity for Shah to tap and Hurley to slam it in. You've got to have a pass before you can have a shot at the cage for it to go onto the scoreboard. There it is. Oh, kept out by England, off the English player. Right time at the right place. Marusak. Oh, put the pressure on England. Wide of the cage there. That's what's needed. Just put that little bit of pressure on to make England fumble. But Hurley's on the charge now down the floor. What's he got? There's the pass. Oh, Shah not able to pick it off, bouncing off the skates. But now England having a charge down the floor. There's the 1-2. Leighton, great work. Poblet picking up on the rebound. There's Shah, 1-2, back to Poblet. Poblet having a run in. What can he do? Ball drifting away at the moment. Keeper slashing it away. It's gone into England's way. There's the 1-2, Leighton. Again, I cannot talk about this man anymore. He's just upset it all. He's doing a great job. Poblet's got the run. Oh, too much pressure from England. Kept him out. Shah's on chase. 3 minutes remaining in this epic battle, Australia versus England. Game 5. Oh, there's a bit of an appeal from the Australian cheer squad. They didn't like it, but the referees have seen otherwise. Just having another look there, you can see that was a little bit of a tussle there. It's the keen referee's eye will know exactly what that is. Friendly stick slap there from the two players, Geordie Poblet and the English player. Nice sign of camaraderie here at the games. Shah up early, Poblet in chase now. Boehm, oh, England nearly getting off the 1-2 at the cage. Marusak's now on it. Marusak, what can he do for Australia? There's the pass to Shah. They're setting it up. Oh, England's putting the pressure on. It was 2-on-1. England have got the run. Poblet's there in front. Oh, it's a nice little slap away there. Oh, it's Leighton. There's a Poblet. Poblet getting a stick on it before going to the floor. Marusak now having a look. He's got a lot of English pressure on him at the moment. Boehm not able to intercept. England pick it up. Shah picking up on the bounce off the barrier from England. Intercept there on the pass from Shah. England running in. They'll be wanting to wind down the clock now. But Australia have got to really put the pressure on, take it to them. Don't let them don't give them that opportunity. England having another run in. Leighton again. I just keep talking about this man, the Karate Kid. Poblet's got the run. What's he going to do? Oh no, he couldn't keep control, unfortunately. Marusak in front of the cage. Poblet in support. Shah's there now. Boehm there, put the pressure on early. Gets around him easily. Boehm staying true, staying there, putting the pressure on. Marking his player once more. Back to the centre circle for England, resetting. They're going to try and run this one down, going back to the V strategy. Or what are they going to do? No, they're going to have a run in. There's the pass to the man down the side. Oh, there's the pass in front of the cage, man. Couldn't get a good shot out. It's Boehm running down. Australia need a couple of quick goals here at least. England's ball. Marusak there. Now it's Poblet's turn. Trying the lift. Poblet gets the stick on a high ball called by the referees. Poblet was about to start play. Now he's asked for his 3 metres. Clever strategy there from Poblet. Give Australia a bit time to set up in the forward attacking area. Marusak on the line, coming around. He's round his first player. Now he's trying again between the two of them. He has it. What's he going to do? There's the pass to Cook. Wasn't quite on target, but it was out the keeper. England having the run. It's Leighton. Oh, Leighton, unfortunate. Deflected. He was there. He had the pad on it. Deflected into the post, ricocheting around. you're seeing it now on your screens. Here's how it happened. There was the lift. Leighton thought he had the area covered, but rebounded into the post on the wrong side and ricocheting around. Poblet to Cook. There's the pass back. Dying moments of this game. Poblet rips off the shot. It's still his. Desperately trying to get on the scoreboard. Oh, there was another chance at it. Covered off by England. Boehm. Poblet trying to the 1-2. Boehm couldn't get through. Marusak intercepting there up against the barrier. He's trying to run in at the moment. Passes back to Boehm. Intercepted by England. England pushed up against the barrier. Whistle has gone, going England's way. Dying seconds now. It's in England's hands. Australia's still defending right to that. And then Boehm, here we go, here's a chance. What can we see? He's got to rip the shot off. Marusak in. Oh, off the British keeper. And there we have it, the full-time results. An epic game, a battle tooth and nail all the way to the end. The Australian support crew in the grandstand. The players on the sidelines. Great game, and thank you so much for watching us on RHA TV.